And people have the option to copy. Please mark this word. Say copy gold and keep the gains. This is the number one gold trading strategy that is most copied by liquidity in the whole wide world. So you might think about it and wait for one random gold copying that you trust. But for some of us here, we are trusting the one that holds more money than any other copying trading strategy on gold worldwide. This is profound. And when you add this to liquidity that is provided, just imagine for most of us on this call, ask yourself this question, it will help. What I already have funded and amplified, if you continuously trading for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years, will I be okay? Forget about the future. Just answer this question for yourself now. And I wish all of us will act and act quickly. So this is what TAG has brought, right? Provided a platform where traders come to win. And people wonder, why do TAG do this? Broker is making people money. On the 6th, today is 2nd, they will launch essentially a new a banking platform that will give you access to cards, that will eventually give you access to IBAN numbers. Essentially, they have a banking platform that has almost 1 million people. Don't think that they will not make money. Don't bother about their money. Structure yourself with what is available here. So I'll be very quick with this morning presentation. We're not going to stay here more than 20 minutes. Let me say it again. Nobody is interested in education. I don't think any of us has woken up this morning to go and take free education on TAG. I've checked my MT5 10 times. I'm waiting for the first trade. Then I know the day has started. It's as simple as that. We are here because some level of liquidity has been channeled to retail traders for the first time in the marketplace. Liquidity is not new. I emphasize this every time. It's available, but it's been available for the upper echelon. Now that liquidity is available for the retail traders. That is why we're here. Whether it's 12x amplified, whether it's 24x amplified, that's the reality. Whichever one you get, you're not doing badly. But as fast as you can get a 24x, take it. It doubles your profit instantly for no effort and no change in anything. So what is 12x? You deposit $1,000, you get $12,000 to trade. What is 24x? You deposit $1,000, you get 24x to trade. No questions asked. If you make up to $10, please put a withdrawal. Let me tell you, for those of you who want to study this, it is a 72 or less hour presentation, right? Why do I say that? You can fund an account this morning, depending on the amount you fund. If they do 1, 2 trades today and do 1, 2 trades tomorrow, you should have up to $10 to withdraw. And guys, if you're withdrawing anything less than $100, this is my personal experience. It takes less than 60 seconds to reflect in your wallet. So which means AI can work for you this morning and you use that profit to solve problem in the afternoon, depending on how much you fund. And so for me these days, this presentation is not about giving you opportunity to think. Please participate, register. Let it generate $10. Please ensure that that $10 is withdrawn to a decentralized wallet when you get it in less than 60 seconds. Then all the excuses you're giving yourself will just go away instantly. A lot of people have tried to get involved in trading, chasing prop accounts, passing stage one and stage two, and never seeing money. Now we have a direct liquidity. And somebody is sitting on the fence. If you are close to me, I'm going to push you. How you fall, it doesn't matter. When you stand up right. This is very powerful, and it's become clear that this opportunity is not perpetual. So even some of us who have accounts are making efforts to add more money so that we can have. Can you position yourself to generate $100 a day, $200 a day, while you can secure that liquidity? Or do you want to come when you can't secure liquidity? So there's a sense of urgency to everybody listening to me. Please act and understand later. This is very imperative for all of us this morning. We are the ones who really need this opportunity in this country where we find ourselves. And people should take that action. Our CEO was very emphatic yesterday. By the end of this month, this year, we will be number one by volume in terms of brokerage company in the world. That's a vision you want to align with. So let me walk you through this AI and why we have confidence in it. You might be hearing us say, yes, these guys are delivering results. This is working. But I want to show you specifically what that means. These guys have a history of more than 15 years of trading. Actually, 3 people involved in this Sonic AI. 1 lead person and 2 supporting people. And they have some of the best tools and AI supporting their activity. But these trades are put by human beings. With the information they use all manner of tools, they are AI, but those decisions have to be made by them. And I'll tell you why that is important and why we're having this consistency. You do market structure, upper, high, higher, low, lower, low, sideways, sideways. And Donald Trump says, I'm doing peace with Iran. And then he wakes up in the morning and go bomb them. Your structure has scattered. But when human beings using the most critical tools and AI are involved, your positioning and your activity is seriously optimized. And that's why we're having this result. So when you see 1.1% as monthly return, it's fantastic for some of us. You heard the person who was talking in the beginning of this call. You look at 1.1%, you miss it. Your 1.1% is on liquidity that is not your own, that you had access to for free, but you can withdraw profit that is coming from it. People haven't wrapped their heads around this thing. For some people, it's suspicious. Some people, they want to understand why. You see, why you're understanding why we're making money. Some of us are no longer interested in understanding why. We're just interested in why has there been no trade this morning? What's going on? That's where we are. Because the outcomes are profound. I make an example. I don't know how much people take this example and emphasize every time. $300 will generate on 24x will generate minimum wage. I'm telling you. That is things that people have to put in effort every day, 5 days a week. Going back and forth every morning and evening. That is what AI can generate for you. And you can have access to withdraw that money, no questions asked. Now, you can see the drawdown here. Drawdown is the risk for delivering this profit. Because if we don't talk about the risk, we're being one-sided. And that's not nice. Is there a risk in trading? Of course. Can you lose your money? Absolutely. But you see, in this case, the system and the strategy has generated profit for 19 months while risking less than 1%. Those numbers are strong. It shows we can be here for a long time. So even if liquidity stops and you're making money, who cares? The confidence is coming from the consistency of the strategy. Now, if you look at your screen, you see I touch a 10% under risk of ruin. Why? If you have a 12x account, you can only have a maximum drawdown of 10% and then the account closes. If it's a 24x, you have a maximum drawdown of 5%. So, but what does those things mean? Because once you don't get the meaning, the thing doesn't sit with you, right? It means from this strategy, for us to have a problem, this trading strategy has to lose 80 consecutive trades, losing trades, and then there'll be problem. If it's a 24x account, it has to lose 40 trades. Is this a possibility? The answer is yes. But for 19 months, what is reality is that he has only lost 2 consecutive trades. That tells you that 40 is very far. 40 is very far. This is fact. And this is why we're here. And so this morning, I will just share some things with you so you understand a few things here. I'll be using a very simple account, and I'll tell you why I'm using this account, right? I'll use a $250 account to show you something. But before I do, I will do something quickly, which is to use numbers to help you understand how powerful assessing a 24x is, and also how powerful a 12x is, right? But so you understand the difference. So this is a 12x account, right? 251. So let's look at what it did yesterday. It did $2.74 yesterday. Let's see what it did the last 1 month. So 1st of May to 1st of June. It did $45, $251, 12x amplified. So I'm going to show you a second one. I want you to keep those numbers in mind. So this 251 amplified 24x. And so yesterday, it did $6.49. We're talking way and above 2 times, right? Because of slight differences in compounding. Same trade, same entries. So when you hear that 24x is available and you say you want to think about it, the downside of thinking about it is that you don't want to double your profit without effort. So you understand? So long as this is available, the question everybody should be asking themselves, how fast can I secure a commitment from a liquidity provider and keep the money at 24x? Even tomorrow he says, you can no longer compound at 24x. I say, okay, thank you, sir. I'm okay with what I have. And the profit is generated. Just think about that. Because somehow, just like I said, it dawned on me yesterday that one day you want to compound a 24x account, the liquidity will not be available to compound it. Will what you have at that point be enough to really take you to the finish line when it comes to your finances? This account on 1 month period, this is what it is. 1st of May to 1st of June. It's 104 versus $45. This is why I said I no longer entertain what you think about it. If you're sitting on the fence, I push you. Later, we'll discuss how you fell, and when you see the result, you'll be all right. You stand up okay. That's it. Because we seem to be entertaining people because what is holding them does not allow them to see. I mean, people can have very strong opinion. The funny thing about opinion, it can be sincere, but at the same time, it's wrong. So it can be sincerely wrong. So if you have to push certain people, push them. Depending on what they're funding in 72 hours, their eye go clear. Until you have money in the system. I don't argue with you. If you ask questions I don't want to answer, I will not answer. Because you will not understand what I'm saying. And it's simply wasting time. That's the truth. That's my mindset at the moment. If you have $100, then we can talk with numbers tomorrow morning. There's no way the conversation will last more than 5 minutes. But when you don't have an account, you are Googling things while I'm making money. You just look funny to me, really. So I've decided no wasting of time at all. You get it, fine. You don't get it, oh, fantastic. Because I've seen that once you are in the system, you don't need preaching. There's an account I share here. Let me just share that account with you. There's a friend of mine that started this account and upgraded the account 4 times in 1 week. That can only happen for somebody who is in the system, not somebody who doesn't have account and his opinion is so strong. For what? For you that is not making money. No, 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 no. Please, after that yesterday's call, let's take this to a whole new level. Look at this account. On 23rd of May, there was 2 funding. Look at the first two, 24,192 and 8,304. I want you to look closely. On 25th, 2 days later, there was another deposit. As a matter of fact, 2 deposits 2 days after. Why? 1 day profit. Because this guy looks at 4 screens, say he's trading stock. He's doing well. But he understands $16 and $13 by doing nothing. More than somebody who doesn't have account and is Googling things and is speaking grammar. I want you to follow this account. On 28th, that's another 3 days, he funded again. Five fundings in 1 week. This is what understanding does. And then when somebody is thinking about it, he's Googling things, he does not have $10 or $100 or $50. Please don't invite them to any presentation. To do help that person. They should hold their opinion and hold it strong. Yesterday, an announcement was made, and that serves for both people on this call and new people. If you put $250 on Copy X, you have access to a card that is connected to a decentralized wallet free of charge. Just think about it. So for all of us who are in the business, that card is important. So if you top your account, you're not just stopping to get 24x or have more income being generated by the AI. You're going to get that card for free. And every time you think this is not going to get better, look at how streamless and how we're enjoying Copy-X and how everybody is getting the trade copied correctly. And yet, Copy-X 2.0 is coming by the end of this month. There is constant improvement of this. And so those who are thinking about it will always have something new to think about and worry about. Why those who are making money will continue to make money. That's what's going on there. And today, it has even become more imperative that each and every one of us, while you are considering survival, should consider as a business strategy now, compounding your account. And I'll tell you why. If you compound now and get 12x or 24x, be happy and do it as fast as you can do it. Because like I said, I've come to the realization that one day this compounding with 12x or 24x will not be there. So if you are compounding weekly, you might want to increase that frequency on daily basis. Because one day you will click the button. They say there's no liquidity. Thank you very much. Enjoy what you have. And so this compounding has become more imperative than what it was before. And I want to show you something and point this out differently this morning. If you have a 250 account, right? There's so many reasons now to get 250. One is to get your card this month and stuff like that, right? And you're doing 10% on a monthly basis for 5 years. Now, normally we say compound monthly, right? That's a normal thing here. And this is the number, 76,000 from just 250. But if you compound daily, the money jumps by $18,000. But in our experience and what our platform is offering now, it means that you will lock in more amounts, more trading capital at 24x or 12x. That's what it means. And if you never get that opportunity again, then what you're generating start becoming significant. Let me show you something. This account started compounding at $25.98. 98 cents. Look at it here, right? That's about $26 maximum, right? But you see, after 5 years, even if you don't get amplification beyond a certain point, you're getting $8,000 per month. You really be all right. So we now have two reasons to compound. Yes, you want to grow your money exponentially, but now we want to grow our trading capital that we are locked in partnership with liquidity providers as big as possible. So that the day it stops, you're not going to lose sleep because the output will be more than enough for you. So there is really a sense of urgency for all of us looking at this. This morning, I'm speaking to the new people. I'm also speaking to the old people like myself. The aggressiveness has to change levels. Just in case what Mr. Felix has been saying happens. They give a date when these things will end, but it's money that is channeled to us. That money can finish the one that is channeled to us. And we're seeing that reality. Finally, I want to round up this by saying, if you are part of this business, there's an opportunity this month to share free money. Let me say that again. There's an opportunity this month to share this money. Free money. The team of Sonic is going to share 50% of their own 5% with the community. And people can qualify. And I can tell you, the last time they did this, some of us qualified and got huge accounts that were amplified 24x. They're still trading. So imagine free money multiplied by 24 and free AI trading on it. So how do you qualify? Please get back to the person who invited you and understand what is called CPA. Based on your CPA, you will have shares to share in that money. If you are not at the level of CPA, for every $2,500 you have deposited, both old deposits and new deposits, each 2005 gives you one share to share in that money. Now, when we shared the first time, we were at $503 billion. And by the time we're sharing this time, even though it's 50%, it's going to be way bigger, way bigger. And people will have opportunity to receive free money, amplify 24x, and delivered consistent profit from that through the AI. So I'll wrap up with this. Take a challenge with me if you don't have an account on Sonic AI or Tag or Aitech, whichever you prefer to call it. I'm challenging you this morning. Be sure if you're new and this is your first time, go back to the person who invited you to this presentation. Don't ask any questions, please. Register. Put an amount of money that you'll be able in 3 days to have $10. And ensure that after those 3 days, you put a decentralized wallet, BEP20, Binance chain, and make a withdrawal of $10 and see how fast it comes. And if after 30 days, something haven't moved in your head, please, the entire money you put will be available to be withdrawn. Take it and go. This is a better way to do an analysis rather than Googling things for people who you don't know, who they've not even visited the platform before. So don't borrow those knowledge. Create one for yourself and then take it up from there. This is what I would tell anybody. And for the people who already have account on Sonic, on CopyX, please, in your own best interest, go and find $250 and top up your account and qualify to get a decentralized wallet with a debit card for free. Do not wait for that offer to finish. Ensure you secure it. That card will be an integral part of your business. So when you're having a conversation with anybody you want to meet with, and the person have an unbelief, allow that person watch you withdraw money from MT5 into the card and pay for lunch instantly. It becomes a tool for you to help a lot of people who is struggling with believing what is going on. So ensure you qualify to have access to that card. Thank you very much for your time this morning. I will hand over back to Mr. Felix.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Those of us who are here for the first time and those of us OGs that have been listening and following and learning more every time, I'm sure we love what we've just heard. If you love what we just heard, can you just put fire emoji on the comment sections and splash this on the screen? Let's know how excited you are and have listened to this presentation. Yeah, do we have anybody in that category?